Our beloved Prophet ﷺ told us to fast if you can't marry. So why are you still struggling if you fast? Right now you're trying to prevent yourself from watching those videos. You're trying to commit and make sure that you don't fall into the sin. But still, even though you are fasting literally to prevent yourself from doing this, you end up going to it. And it feels very disappointing, and you ask yourself, what is really going wrong? And I have the exact answer for you today, my friend. So keep watching to the end because I'm gonna share you the exact advice to get rid of this, inshallah. So I think we all know the following hadith. O young people, whoever among you can marry should marry because it helps him lower his gaze and guard his modesty. And whoever is not able to marry should fast, as fasting diminishes his sexual power. And the explanation for this is that fasting acts like a shield for you. But obviously, just like with a shield, it only works for you when you actively use the shield. When you actively put it between you and the enemy front line, for example, right? Between you and harm. And fasting, it reduces the physical inclination to do something bad, to go towards a sin, because you're more conscious of Allah Ta'ala. But the hadith is all about using this shield consciously as a tool. And it is not about thinking that fasting will automatically fix your urges, or it will automatically, you know, make sure that you don't sin anymore. So you cannot build on fasting alone. It's a tool and it's not something you can rely on. Now let's see what in reality really is going on, why you cannot quit watching these videos. When you're fasting, obviously your inclination to do something bad lowers, and also your libido lowers a bit. Maybe you have less energy, but the weird thing is that this act of watching those videos, doing whatever, it's really not a biological issue. Let me explain. So you might think that your libido is the issue, or you might think that you are high testosterone, but in reality, guys that have really low testosterone still are very hooked to pornography. And that is because it's not a biological issue, it's an issue in your mind. And what do I mean by in the mind? It means that you have built a preference to watching pornography. It means that you see value in watching it. You think it's something special. You think it is very attractive and very like a hidden gem almost. And obviously, when you see that much value in something, up to a point where you're playing a cat and mouse game with yourself and you think it's very pleasurable, how do you think that fasting will save you from this weird preference? So these urges, they don't come from your biology, they come from your mind. They come from the fact that your mind attaches value to pornography. And as long as you attach value to pornography, you expect to get a certain reward. You expect to get some escape or whatever you believe it gives you. And fasting isn't gonna change that for you, my brother. So please make sure to tackle this, my brother. As long as your mind still attaches value to pornography, it doesn't matter how much you fast. It doesn't matter if you don't eat for the whole month. It doesn't matter if you pray 10 times a day. Because guess what? If I really want to play football, even if my body hurts, and even if I got exams, and if I really don't have the right conditions for it, still, even if I have no time for it, I will still go to play football. Like, I cannot quit it, maybe, right? That's because you value something so much. It's not because biologically you need to play football. No. So the place you need to detach from is not your stomach that needs to detach from food. It's not just your connection with Allah Ta'ala, because you might work on it very hard. But the issue is you need to detach your mind from pornography. And you can do that very effectively because it's a process of internal change. And by making internal changes, by detaching that value, porn will disappear from your life. Okay, so the key point is this. Fasting is a tool. But if the tool isn't working, the problem is not the tool, but there's actually something else driving you back and keeping you watching pornography. And that's something that we will work on a one-on-one call. If you want to work on it, I have a link in the description. You can literally click on the link, book a free call with me, where we can discover how to get you out of this, inshallah. So thank you for watching, and please take this serious, guys, because in the hereafter we will be asked about our deeds, and make sure you do the right thing. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.